How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Big Six. Apologies, I know it was set for 9:30. There was hella people waiting at 9:30. I had to change it. There's a chain of blame, but you know it is what it is, people. It was always meant to be 10:30, so apologies for the incorrect timings. But we are here, we are live. If you are able to catch it, you catch it. If not, catch it tomorrow. Love for the love. Hit the like button. Same way, whether you're watching it live now, 1,000 of you, or whether you're watching it after. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Big up Steve, SAEED, GRIZZ, TOBS in the building. ANITA will be joining us real soon. Just waiting on her. Matisse is out there in Denmark at this moment in time. He went to enjoy the Conference League. Once again? Is it once again? Is that what you went Kazakhstan for?
Yeah.
It's not. Tell him what he's doing out there. Like, you know, football. You go to watch football, lads, and that. You know, some people get on the piss. You know, go and sit in the pub. You know, some go on a stadium tour, but then you get together, you sing a few songs and that, and then you go to the ground and enjoy the experience. Matisse is riding round on bikes, like looking at mermaids and eating popcorn. Now,
bro, he's finished.
If that's the modern day, if that's the modern day football fan, then you know, stop the bus. I don't drink anymore, but you know what I mean. I still got to have a sing song with the lads and that, and I've done all my crazy away days. But if any young lad out there, he's thinking of going to a European away, do not do it like Matisse. Matisse does all that with his bird every day of the week. And then he goes away with the lads on a Euro away and does the same thing he's doing with his bird.
Finished, bro.
Basically, Skullfuggery, when he's away, is his new bird. So I think he's got finished. Like, I'm missing my bird syndrome. So it is what it is. We told you about the Shard, £1,000 to do the same two positions. Now he's eating popcorn in Copenhagen away. He needs to get a grip of his life, man. I'm going to have a word with him and that. You know what I mean?
He's finished. He's finished. The streets. I don't know for him, Steve, but trust me, away days are still heritage, isn't it? Like some of us still cherish them away days because you get on it, man. Like you have a good time, win, lose. You're singing, you're partying afterwards. No riding on gondolas before the game.
Gondolas, you know.
No holding hands and skipping down the down the canal, man. Nah, that's a Matisse thing.
He's in the pick and mix. He's in the pick and mix outside the ground. Everyone's in the Irish bar.
Well, you not just disrespecting Matisse.
Saying that,
Dortmund
have a banging pick and mix outside their ground. I'm not gonna lie. They have a
I told been there.
It's the truth. For Euro semi-final, that pick and mix outside the ground was mad. It was very good.
What are you saying, Anita? All good?
Yeah, man, I'm good. My bad.
No, it's all good. It's all good. No, I love for filling in as usual now for Matisse, who's usually on some European escapades this season. But yeah, he's enjoying. Well, I think he's enjoying riding bikes and eating popcorn. But big up Matisse, man. Big up Anita.
The type of geezer that I go to Amsterdam, Ajax away, and go around looking at tulips. You know what I'm saying? Do you know where I'm coming from, though? This is the thing, innit? You know, like you don't want to be stuck with Matisse on the Euro away day. He's that kind of guy where, like,
knowing you, that I know that analogy could have been a lot worse. So big you up.
It definitely could have been. It definitely.
Enough to make it.
I'm only just warming up, so it could get worse.
No. We don't want that. Get on the popcorn, join up with Matisse, and let's have a good one tonight, people. Hit the like button. We've started 2.5k in the building. Huh?
Tulips must be a code word for something. It can't be just
tulip.
tulip.
No, it might be in my world or Toby's world, but in Matisse's word, tulips means tulips.
Tulips means tulips. Big up. Listen, to be honest, let me see the fixtures for the Man United, Arsenal, obviously. Man United, Arsenal. You lot just drew, right? That's a good result for you, SAEED, right? No?
Yeah. Of course, it's a good result, man. Anything other than the loss is a brilliant result, man. We'll take that.
Did you deserve it?
It wasn't a great game for the neutral to watch. You know what I mean? But yeah, a bit of a nothing game. We had a couple of chances. They had a couple towards the end. But yeah, man, it wasn't the greatest of games in terms of quality. A good goal from Xerxes. That penalty, I'm not gonna lie, it was harsh. The handball, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. And yeah, man, good little draw there. And then we take it to Old Trafford and then see Wagwan. I don't think they're great. I think we'll nick it at Old Trafford, to be honest with you. So,
well,
yeah, fingers crossed.
Did you deserve the draw then?
Yeah, I think we've done just about enough. I think we could have scored a couple, to be fair, if we weren't so greedy. Garnacho being greedy a couple of times. Dalot should have passed it. You know what I mean? A few times. You know? Yeah. A few moments where we're a bit greedy, but I think we could have had a couple more chances. They had, to be fair, towards the end, they could have had a couple as well, but it was kind of a dead game, bro. It was just so much bit of naff either side, man, really, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think we'll do enough to go through second round, man. Zubimendi didn't play. He might affect the game next game, but yeah, I think we'll do enough to win the game at Old Trafford next week. Has
it done enough to lift spirits, or you're still just...
Nah. Sunday will be a different game, broski. Sunday, hey. You know what I mean? When I heard that the Champions League to be, you know what I mean? It's coming to town, man. Listen, I think there'll be a whole lot.
Don't bring that nonsense over here straight away, man.
I know, man. No, I'm just saying, Champions League final to be. You know what I mean? Like, it's going up around there. But no, listen, it'll be a different game, bro. Sunday, I'm sure we'll talk about it. But yeah, Sunday's gonna be hella different, brother. Hella different. Tell you that right now.
Yeah, it's a hard one to really get into, Man United. We spoke enough about them last time. But 1-1, I looked at it. I didn't watch the game. Haven't even seen the highlights. And I thought that's a good away result for them, considering the circumstances. And I read that Highland was flipping about Dallas and that Amarim had to.
Yeah.
Was it enough to ask him about, or are they just doing this whole thing where they're just asking him about anything and everything right now?
Brother, I don't know, man. He's had more interviews than wins at the minute, bro. It's flipping. I don't know. It should be a United thing, but it feels like I've seen this guy speak more than anyone. I've not seen Slot do this amount of interviews. I generally haven't. I'm not seeing, even when Ten Hag was there, he didn't do this amount of interviews. I don't know. Maybe they latch on to him because he speaks a lot and he's kind of, they call him the poet for a reason. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe they like him, the media. They like the fact that he just speaks and he's a bit open, sometimes a bit too open, and he's a bit emotional in that regard. So maybe they can latch on to any little whatever bites they can get from it. But all in all, you know what I mean? Right now, he's a media specialist at the minute, bro. He ain't really doing much on the pitch. But in terms of media, he's excellent, man. He can speak well. That's what I'm hearing. He can speak very well. So yeah, listen, we need to focus on the football pitch, man. Less of his interviews, man. You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
How are you feeling about? Well, I'll get into the Arsenal stuff. But how are you feeling about the Arsenal weekend now? Obviously, before PSV, we looked very blunt, and now it seems very different. But how do you feel about it?
I can't lie, yeah. I think this is going to be one of them controlled, dominant performances from Arsenal. I'm not really confident at all. I think it's going to be a game where Arsenal control the game. I remember Man City a couple of years ago. I think Steve would know, they beat us 2-0. But I remember how controlled it was. And I feel like it'll be the same with this Arsenal game. I think you'll have a lot of the ball. Even though you haven't got a natural striker, I still think the components of your team are still strong. You've still got a very good defense. Midfield is definitely better than ours. Okay, the attack, Waneri, Trossard, and Marino, it's a bit of a mismatch, but I can't lie. I think for me, my worry is getting hold of the ball. And when Arsenal have hold of the ball, it's in their hands, isn't it? And that's why I believe you'll get a goal or two and then just control the game. Literally just olay us, if I'm being honest with you. I don't see where the goals come from us. I don't see where our kind of strengths of the game. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes on his day. But I look at your team and I look at how your style of play is. I think for me, I think Arsenal would just control the game, the life out. Where I'm man. Sorry?
Toby, what's he doing?
I don't know, man. He's just,
what do you want him to do?
Yeah, man. He's just, you know what I mean? No.
Who's on mute?
Sorry, my bad.
Is your mic on? That doesn't sound like your mic's on.
He's just moving something around. But yeah, I think at home we've not looked confident. We've parked the bus against Leicester and teams like that. But so my confidence ain't great. Normally, you know me, I come in and I'm gassed and I remember Man City, me and Steve, we went at it and I you know what I mean? I just went for it. I said, you know what, F it, let's have City. And we won the game. I took a gamble. You know what I mean? I didn't really believe it, but I took a gamble and we won the game. This one here, there's not much gas for me, you know. I'm very subdued. I don't think there's anything that I can give you. We struggled against Real Sociedad today. You know what I mean? And we, not really much on the bench as well. You know, I think we had today Heaven and load of young kids. There isn't much out there, man, that I could say
I
to
feel
you.
like Man United has took your soul a little bit. You're not the same.
No, I'm still good, man. I'm still good. Listen, we had
You're putting a brave
today.
face on it, mate. You're putting a brave face on it. I think, listen, in the preseason, I think you need to go and see someone about it.
No, I'm all right, you know, man. I'm accepting the stage. You know, when you just like, here's what it is. Like, I'm vibes.
Well, if somebody clicked a highlight reel of your season, you and your mates dancing with flags and biryani, people are going to be very, very worried about that. So I suggest, as a friend of yours, I will, you know, if you want me to come with you, there's no problem. I'll wait in the waiting room, but you just need to go and let it all out somewhere.
Nah, I'm actually all right. You know, today we chilled. We broke out.
Are you going to the protest on Sunday? Protest on Sunday? Are you going?
Protest. Yeah, I wanted to get that out there. Yeah, protest.
I advise that you don't go because, you know, the last protest that you did, only 5 people there.
No, I'm always there. There'll be a bigger turnout than you see at other protests. You know what I mean? Even though it's all for one cause.
I feel like the cycle has started again. I feel like we've gone back in time to like a few seasons ago, and it's starting again. It's just like it's like Groundhog Day. You know what I mean? It just never changes, does it? You wake up and then you're back at square one.
Listen, this is what it is, bro. This is United been like this for 12 years since Fergie's left. It's been downward spiral. We'll have a bit of moments where we get a bit excited, and then we found out it doesn't come to anything, and then we go back to down to kind of zero. So for me, looking at this game here, I think this is just the game where Arsenal, it's up to them if they turn up. You know what I mean? United will be there and they'll try to contain Arsenal and they'll try to do their thing and sit back, and defensively, you know, we'll be there with Lenny Euro and Delit and whatever. Like, we'll try to contain you, but I just think with the way you play and the movement, the passing, the control, the tempo, I think you'll dictate the game, and that's where I think for me, United will just not be able to cope with the intensity of what they're trying to do.
If we play the way we played against PSV,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But to be fair, PSV, I don't know if that's the. I don't know
but you're worse than them, bro. So if we beat PSV because they're shit, you're shit as well. So it's not like it's you were playing.
Yeah, but the defending in that game, some of the goals they give you,
some of the goals you give teams, brother. What the have you seen?
Yeah, but then the game. Yeah, I get it. But it won't be a 7-1. That ain't gonna happen.
Nah, I can't predict
you might enjoy yourself. Don't get me wrong. You played your thing, but I don't think we're gonna lose to that 7-1 margin. But like I said, Turkish, you'll control the game. I think it's in Arsenal's court, really, where this game goes. I don't think a lot of people expected Man United to win the game. We may surprise you, maybe Bruno doing something and whatever, but there's not a lot in terms of what Man United can do, if I'm being truly honest with you. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's on us. It's on us.
Give me a draw right now, I'll take it. You know what I mean? If I'm being honest with you. So,
it's on us. 100% it's on us, regardless of me thinking it's on us. But listen, if we play the same way we played against PSV, I do think we dismantle you. There was a pace to the way we were playing from defense to midfield. I think we were very, very good in comparison. And when you consider the lineup didn't change, Lewis Skelly come in for Calafiori, that's not an attacking change. The way we were playing, the transition, Saliba breaking the lines, Rice and Rice in the midfield first half, second half, Odegaard second half, moving the ball into space quickly, getting it into attack, Managerial. Like, there was a different tempo to everything we were doing. I got to credit Arteta for that first and foremost, because I said on the last show, it's on Arteta to start showing something different. Didn't show it with the lineup. Can't show too much different with the lineup to build any more confidence. Different might be a change, but different don't necessarily bring confidence with the players we've got at this moment in time. But that performance, because PSV ain't the greatest, but listen, how many teams have beaten a team away from home like that in Europe in general? I know a Champions League, I think, is the first one, but in general, it doesn't happen often. You've got to get the job done. And when you consider how blunt we were in the last couple of games before that, it was refreshing, 100%. Obviously, it's a competition that on the horizon, Madrid is round the corner. They won 2-1 against Atletico. I'll ask you later about who you think will go through. If Real will maintain that over there. But it's still good to get away from the Premier League for a bit, because the way we've been moving, not good enough. Now we've got that performance. It's like a reset. It's like now build off that and try and get into that Madrid game with as much momentum as possible. We've got 5 games now in between. It starts with United. I think it ends with Everton, and then it's Madrid, whichever one of those. We need to build on this performance. I'm not saying score 7, score 5, score. What I'm saying is be a threat in attack. you know, we had a lot of bodies in the box, especially that first half. Second half, they opened up, confidence, morale low, but we had hella bodies in the box in the first half, and that went a long way. And firstly, chances created in the first 18-20 minutes, and then the goals we scored. I'm not going to get carried away with it. Madrid, I'll see what happens over there, like we all will, because I think it's safe to say we're through. But we can't now go to United and then put in a West Ham, Nottingham Forest type of performance, tempo-wise. Really, United are there for the taking. I'd love to smoke them. They smoked us a couple of times. I'll never forget that. I'd love nothing more to smoke them. I think they are there to be smoked, but I don't know if our attack has the lungs for 2 smokings in a week. But we'll see. We'll see. I hope we do. Ranieri is the guy. For me, he's the guy that I'm looking at on Sunday as the difference maker for us. Well, I say difference maker. There's a big difference between our sides. It's not just one player. But, yeah. I'm confident about it, even with our attack. Why are you laughing, Tobes?
No, I'm just laughing, man. Just laughing, just for the sake of laughing, bro.
You want to send a shot to Arsenal or something?
No shot. No, honestly, no shot.
For about 6 minutes without saying
no shot. No shot. I'm just surprised. This is uninterrupted Arsenal gist from you. It's refreshing to see, man, because typically the last couple of weeks you've been coming here and you've not really looked towards the games with any sort of like joy or anticipation of a dub. But like you're coming off the back of a resounding victory and you're playing quite fairly one of the worst teams in the Premier League.
Yeah, and you know what United's like? It's like a London derby. There's enough of them around here. I grew up around enough of them.
Yeah, that's it.
Bro, there's something there, regardless of the league gone and them not aiming for anything apart from safety, I guess. In terms of that stature of the game, it's not there like others. But bro, it's Man United. We've just won 7-1. Now I'm kind of intrigued to see if we can smoke them, because regardless how shit they are, we need to smoke them. Once in my life, let me see us smoke them. You've even smoked them, Tobes. Do you get it? 6-1. You love 6-1 them, right?
It's 1-3-0 this season. If
3-0. It's different though. 6-1. Was that OT as well?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And OT. That was in lockdown, and then 3-0 this season.
If Arsenal had even one more striker forward, this has the makings of a 5-6-0. Easy, light work. But I think Saeed's spot on. I think this game's going to be much more like, it's going to be tedious to watch. I know we're doing a watch along, so I should hype it up. But I'm just giving.
Fam, I'm not looking forward to that stink fest, bro. Oh my god.
But do you lot think we played different against PSV to West Ham and Forest in terms of our tempo and freedom?
I think
it won't be as open.
I think United won't be as open as PSV.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
From what I saw in the highlights, I mean, look at which goal was it? I think it was it
the Marino goal? The Marino goal.
Like,
listen,
I know Onana gives away freebies, but the state of that goal, come on.
Yeah, it was crazy.
No, I said we did say PSV are gone to shit. I forget that game. That's not even a non-game. But with the Sunday game, I don't even think Man United's heart and soul will be in it. Like, they're not going down. They're not getting into Europe. The only chance of getting back into Europe, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, the only chance of getting back into Europe is if they win the Europa League
or the FA Cup.
And that's finally balanced.
Oh shit, they're out. Sorry. I didn't even mean to do that. Genuinely, I didn't mean to do that.
Okay, so you got to win that dead competition that you're in, basically.
Yeah, the one you're in last season.
So basically, if you're not going down and you're not getting back into Europe by the positions in the league. So and this is on tender hooks. It's a finely balanced tie already with Real Sociedad. I think he picks an absolute weak team against you lot as well, Turkish.
I think no, we don't. We haven't got many options, bro.
I know.
They're just going to be tired.
Even the options that you've got,
probably
wrap them up in cotton wool because one.
Don't think so.
It'll kill him, man. The fans are killing.
No. He can't do that.
He can't do it. If they get slapped off Arsenal like 6 or 5, they'll kill him.
But that's what I'm saying. They won't get slapped, but it'll be so controlled.
That's why I said
they're going to lose. They're going to
control.
Is there a score line that leads you to enough is enough car park again on Sunday?
It's been
I just want to
enough
know
all
the
season.
scoreline. I just want to
Yes,
know.
they
the
will.
scoreline.
If he gets 3-0'd, you're
Do you
gonna see him outside that car park.
Do you know what, though? Saeed,
Yeah.
you know this. Sometimes it's not the score, it's the performance. When I've been there with City and said to you, well, it's a training session, and after 15 minutes, the whole laying and that's worse than getting beat 6 because your team.
That's why I said that. Yeah.
So I feel like if Arsenal do that to him, even if it's a 2-0, but
I think it's a 2-0. That's my prediction. I know it's not. I know it's
it'll be bad, but I just feel we United's strike force or lack of it. I don't see how United can lay a glove on. I think that's with Arsenal. I think they're going to be that confident. They're going to be able to play high up the pitch and put the pressure on because they know nothing can hurt them. They've got one long ball over the top, and it's either going to land at Garnacho, and 7 out of 10 times that's going wide. And Højlund can't hit a barn door, and Xerxes not going to be able to play in the space like he's doing against lesser teams. Arsenal, it's going to. I think Arsenal will definitely win the game.
Someone in the chat, and we know we've got some mad tacticals and statos. What's the highest possession Arsenal have had at Old Trafford? I think that's in danger this week. Like in terms of possession, how much, like 60%.
But we've tended to have that though, but it's just their
At
counter.
2-0 is going to be embarrassing.
Possession, listen. It's what like I said, if they're gonna suffocate us, I think they're gonna press us high up the pitch. And that's where for me my worry is the way we're gonna get pressured high up the pitch and not being able to contain that. And then obviously when we play that out ball, it's gonna be recycle, and it's a waiver attack. And he hasn't got much to work with, Amber. I'm not saying I can't go mad at him if we lose the game. Obviously the manner's always different and the context of the game. I will always analyze it when it comes to full time, but it's just a case of containing Arsenal and finding out there's no Dogu as well. There's actually no outlet. Do you know what I mean? There's actually no outlet. We probably have Mazarawi in the left wing back or Dalot either side. So there's no outlet. None of our players up front are in form. You know what I mean? So
who's your back three going to be? Maguire, De Ligt, and
I don't know.
Euro?
Maguire was injured today. So I don't know whether he got. I don't know if he's going to be ready, but I'm presuming my three, if I had to choose now, would be De Ligt, Euro, and Maguire. Then because Mazraoui has to play left wing back.
Mazraoui's going to get
right wing back, so he has to. Maguire needs to be fit. You know what I mean? He's Lindelof.
If you have that back three, then you might be able to hold just a 2-0.
Listen. If we could do what Nottingham Forest did, but Nottingham Forest could do it well and play in that low block and get a 0-0.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Nottingham Forest, I feel like they love
Nottingham
that.
Nottingham Forest have athletes in their team.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Nottingham Forest had an
outlet.
When they at least when they're getting pressure, they could go out a little bit and breathe and relax, and then it's difficult, man. I don't know. We've had a. I'm not saying
to be fair, you did.
A lot of energy into Real Sociedad. We put a lot of energy into Fulham, extra time. We put a lot of energy to Ipswich with 10 men, So that's where my kind of worry is that Arsenal have kind of almost it's been an easy game. They took players off. They'll be fresh for this game. And that's my concern, You
just need to close. Listen, Arsenal are going to create chances against you no matter what, all right? But you just need to close off space because we've seen you twice against United this season already. And we have seen in parts you have been able to disrupt their attacking verve. But that being said,
when we played them,
you're just not good,
at the Emirates, we had Ahmad there was Kobe, just don't know, something was a bit different, especially away from home. We looked a bit more better in the way we're playing, but since then it's not been the same. You know what I mean? Liverpool game, a little bit more controlled, we were confident playing out from the back. We also had Lisandro Martinez. Listen, you lot can bash Lisandro Martinez and say whatever you want, not a great defender. But on the ball, there's not many better defenders in the Premier League on the ball. You know what I mean? Progressing the play.
There's a couple, but he's very good at that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm not defensive wise, you could do whatever you want, yeah. But in terms of progressing the ball, playing the ball in between the lines, he's very, very key asset. And we haven't got that, you know what I mean? And that's another worry that we have. We had that in the Liverpool game, in the Arsenal game. We haven't got that now. And that's our only problem here, man. So, listen, let's see what Arsenal... Listen, Arsenal's record at the Emirates, what is it? 2 wins,
Old
So
Trafford.
at Old Trafford, 2 wins in last 10 years, is it?
It might be a bit more than that, if I'm honest.
I mean,
I can't lie.
2006
Even last
Emirates, Adebayor,
season,
Aubameyang.
season where they won 1-0.
They won 1-0. They
They
won
won
1-0
1-0, but the performance
in
was
lockdown.
oh my days. The performance was so bad.
Yeah, no, I agree.
bad.
That game was crazy.
That
So
game was
Aubameyang,
terrible.
Adebayor, and obviously last year. So it's 3 times, is it?
3 in like 15, yeah.
3 in 15 years. So,
Jesus, that
I mean,
stinks.
Chelsea come here and they say every year they're going to beat us. And I'm not saying, like I said,
Why are you bringing me into this? What the fuck?
No, I'm just letting you know that there's examples of teams. No, I'm just letting you know there's examples of teams who, if they've come to Old Trafford and they think, yeah, this is our time to absolutely destroy United, and it's not happened. So, you know, that there could give me a little bit of copium and whatnot, and you know, it might make me feel better at night. But, you know, sometimes it doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Arsenal might come there and think, you know what, just one of them bogey grounds. You know, Chelsea, I remember Stamford Bridge under Fergie.
I can't believe we spent. I
You
can't
know?
believe we spent almost half an hour talking about this. We know what's going to happen.
No, it's gonna be a
listen, man,
meaty draw,
you
man.
know
This has
what's
draw
gonna
written all over it.
We
I'm
know
over
what's
it.
going to happen.
Here, man.
Yeah,
Look,
you
it's dead
think draw
game.
written all
we-
over it, yeah?
And we bring,
No chance.
can someone bring some board games on Sunday or something, man? Cards or something?
Should we bring?
You know, but GRIZZ, you know, I hold.
Should I bring
hope, yeah.
Articulate? Should we play Articulate whilst this game's going
What?
on?
Have another mukbang,
Articulate. You
innit?
not play
Have
the
another
game
mukbang.
Articulate.
Articulate.
Yeah. Google it.
Okay.
Let me know if I
It's
should
like
bring
charades, isn't it?
it.
It's a good game. It's a good game.
Bring a game.
Oh, I try a bit of articulation.
Fuck it, why not? But you know what? Listen, Arteta for me, it has to. We have to see something different. We have to see a bit more attacking emphasis. We have to see a bit more flow, freedom. We saw it against PSV. Why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't I expect to see that against Man United? I know our attack is fucked. We all know that, but United are fucked top to bottom. It's not just their attack. So the reality is, that's a game where it's like listen, the Premier League's gone, right? So these games now, 10 games left, 11-9, whatever it is, use them to test something different. So it might not be as boring as one may expect on Sunday, if I'm honest with you. After the back of that 7-1, how can you draw it back? You have to go with that. This is if we was playing Liverpool or City or a team in better form, even a Chelsea, maybe you not form-wise, but I mean a team doing better this season. Maybe we do go back to what we know, but it's Man United. They're 14th or 15th. So let's do what we win, lose or draw this game. The league's done, right? I don't think we're getting dragged into a top 4 race. So let's see something different. Let's try and progress what we've seen on, was it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. So I don't know what you think. We'll draw, Anita.
I'm thinking a 1-1, something meaty. Even a 0-0 or 1-0, it's gonna be meaty.
She said something meaty.
It's gonna be so meaty. Like honestly, it is. Sorry, we've wasted so much time speaking about this as if something's gonna happen. I was looking at you guys like y'all keep talking. It's gonna be a draw. It's gonna be a 1-0. It's gonna be boring. I'm gonna go watch it with friends on the weekend as well, man, because I'm gonna get a couple of drinks in there. See how many times Nana bottles it, you know, like
you need a couple of drinks. You need more than a couple of drinks to watch that show.
Bro, give me
Are
some
you going to
shots,
Old Trafford?
some tequila, please.
Sorry?
Did you say you're going to Old Trafford, Anita?
Old Trafford? Why would I go Old Trafford?
No, she's not.
Oh,
Going.
you're going box
We're
box.
going out for drinks.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Watching the mob, watch along, man.
My bad.
Why the hell would I go to Manchester for that? Let's be real, man. Let's be real, man.
Hear it.
Let me do the super chats and then keep it predictions and then keep it moving. Let me see. LFC Bada Big Up says, I see the Arteta cult followers attack Thierry for speaking the truth. Just go do one, saying TT is jealous of Arteta. Multiple big accounts. Listen back, like I don't know what to say about it, you know.
Please, I want you to say. I know you got a lot to say on it, but speak on it because that was making me mad, and I'm not even an Arsenal fan.
No, exactly. but you know, this ain't the first. It happened 2 years ago, bro. The same thing. I think around the same time, January. Henry said 2 or 3 years ago. Henry said something. And I saw what the people on Twitter said about him. It was essentially the same thing. Jealous, Henry.
Jealous of what, man? What's he?
You know how many shirts of Henry are hanging around the world?
Crazy,
He
bro.
played football in like how many years now? Come on. like that, to use the word jealous, yeah, and then double, triple, quadruple down on it. I'm seeing a lot of accounts. You can't take the word jealous out of there. Like that's crazy. Henry's a winner. He's an Arsenal fan. Do you get it? Not everything's gonna be rosy. Not everything is PR. Like at the end of the day, that's appreciate them, man. On a lesser level, obviously, Petit also gets it. He's also another Arsenal ex-player that talks the truth. But Henry, jealous, bro. I don't think there's not. Bro, do you know how many people must look at Henry and is standing amongst Arsenal fans?
But to play devil's advocate, and I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm saying that they're not speaking about the player. Of course, there's no comparison or even jealousy in terms of prestige and name and aura. I think some of the accounts, I'm just playing devil's advocate, and correct me if I'm wrong, people in the chat that know these accounts, but I think some were saying that his manager jealous of his coaching career so far, that Henry's coaching career hasn't elevated or got better. That's what some were insinuating. That's what I'm just saying.
But
sorry,
TT
as a coach, as opposed to Henry,
you go, because I've got some views on that. But you go.
Yeah, but even that, like, Henry's never come across as bitter about anything Arsenal related. And this is a guy that Wenger didn't really allow at the club as much as he should have allowed because of the whole Sky Sports Arsenal thing. Henry could have been a lot bitter about the way it's kind of gone for him since, in terms of what happened post-career coaching and all of that. But he hasn't been. He's just been genuine. When things are going well, we hear him comment all the time about how well Mikel's been doing or how well the team's been doing. But then you get one-off moments where it's negative, God forbid negative, and people are on him to the point where you're saying things that you could never take back.
It's crazy.
By the way, I play devil's advocate, so people are saying I'm doing GRIZZ lighting. I'm not. I'm just saying the other argument because the other argument reps ain't here. So
you know what it is though.
But it's with Turkish. And
there's two things to it, right? So one is like people are different in it. So like we know that Henry didn't make a good coach. Like we've heard of his personality issues. A player that talented, some players who have done certain things in football, they can't bear the thought of players that they're managing not playing to the level that they want. We know Henry didn't bang as a coach, right? But Henry is comfortably like top 3, top 5 pundit in world football. Flat fact for me, anyway. So like, just because he didn't bang at coaching does not mean that like he's jealous of Arteta for managing Arsenal and doing relatively well at Arsenal. It doesn't even make sense. And he supports Arsenal. This is what I don't get. He supports Arsenal, and I've seen clips of Henry even doing too much on Arsenal, like over-gassing Arsenal. So like and fans do this thing where they expect pundits to behave differently to them. They're fans of the football club. If the club's not doing well, don't expect them to come out and start saying the roses smell sweet and it's all hunky-dory. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. I'm sorry. It doesn't make sense. And the third point, sorry. The guy who did the tweet, the irony, he had a flipping Henry Avi. He had an Henry Avi saying, Thierry, I think TT is jealous of Arteta. The state of it, honestly, the state of it. It just
it's a Twitter conversation, though, man.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if it needs the airtime, to be honest with you, man. Just a
Let me get onto this one from James saying, no joke, I think Gabriel would make a better striker than Højlund. Man is still praying on a miracle.
Did he start today? Did he start today?
Yeah.
That gives me all the that gives me the answer I needed.
That's the context. Big up Ryan as always. Big up the panel and Anita. United versus Arsenal, still a big game in terms of historically, but there's no real weight on the game now. Arsenal have thrown the title away. SAEED, would you start Chido on Sunday?
Yeah, why not, man? Go for it.
AMT says those shit Arsenal fans who've said Henry is jealous is because they're young punks who never saw Arsenal win the league. Ayub says, just want to say this show has got me through a lot. I've got a job now and I thought I would support with my first paycheck. Thank you. Ayub, you didn't have to do that, my brother. Well done on your first job. Big up. Come on.
Appreciate
Yeah, keep your head down and keep it and get better, elevate, progress, and yeah, don't rest on your laurels, my bro. But I appreciate that, man. Adash says, allow it, man. This brother ain't the poet. He's the Pied Piper guiding the Rats of Manchester. Question for the panel: how many years until United are back in the Champions League? 4, maybe.
I'm going 5, 6. They need a full rebuild and a shakedown. I'm going 5 or 6 years. Europa League in like 3.
I'll give it maybe 3 years, 4 years. They find a way, by hook or crook, they'll find a way in a couple of years to get Champions League football.
Nah.
I'm thinking like maybe 20, 22. Listen, by the way that Scruffy Jim's rocking and all that, there's nothing positive for me to see it. So unless they have a really good season and win the Europa League and get in that way, other than that, it's the end.
Shane says, think, Saeed, any advice for PSV fans on how to deal with holding 7?
Go Kenya. Go Kenya, innit? You went Kenya, innit? Fed Lions.
Man said go Kenya.
That's what he done.
Someone else.
Yeah. That's what he did. He won the treble. He went to Kenya.
No, man, don't comment. Don't comment, man.
He went Kenya and fed them meat and shit.
Fucking Grizz. Where did you go? The mountains. Where did you go, Grizz? The mountains.
Yeah, exactly. Where did you go?
When the City was hammering Liverpool, you was in the mountains, mate.
I went.
You remember that, Grizz, you know?
Yeah.
Where are you gonna go, Steve, this summer?
Nah, I'm all right with 4th in an FA Cup. I'll take that.
He's going Saudi, bro. He's going Saudi.
He
loves the Saudi.
I'm going to America, mate, for the World Cup to watch Man City win 200 mil. That's what I want to go and see.
200 mil. Mad.
Money, innit? That's all it is with you. Look, money.
100%.
I want more money.
Money.
Listen, no, you can't dismiss money, man. We need money right now.
Man's world.
Don't dismiss money. Every Grizz.
If we don't, I could be like you lot always whinging about your owners not spending money. So
the Reds have got no money.
They help with PSR party as well.
The Reds have got no money, but we're still going to win the league. That's a mad song.
How have you butchered that? You had it the first time, then you butchered it the second time.
Yeah, but he said, but.
It was hella offbeat still.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
My version. You don't know my version? Okay.
And are you drinking milk?
Yeah, I'm drinking milk. Do you play Articulate?
Do you
play Articulate? Do you play Articulate?
Are you trying to be Homelander?
Call him Homelander. Is that what you called him?
I called him Homelander.
I heard that.
You play Articulate. I drink milk. People, but serious on a serious, like, milk's good for you. You know, when you've spent a day fasting, milk's an equalizer, neutralizer. It just calms everything.
Yeah,
man. A cold glass of milk, heartburn. You know, it's good for the heartburn and all that.
Man said Homelander's fucked. Dial Square says Liverpool lucky Spurs shite, City washed up. I'm interested to see how you lot are going to make this 2 hours about how shit Arsenal fans are. Dial Square, he's always moaning as well. And I'm one to talk. I'm always moaning, but in a different way. Dennis the Great says, big up Turkish and the panel. Which of the Madrid sides would you prefer in the quarters? And do you fancy your chances with the second leg being away? Don't fancy our chances against either, but fancy the chances against Atletico more, but want Real more, just to see where we're at. To, you know, it's Real Madrid. So yeah, I want Real, but I think more chance against Atletico.
I've already give Robbie the hotel, the best bar to go to, the best restaurant to go to, and he said, "Yeah, but we're not through yet." That was before the PSV game. I was like, man. And then I look on AFTV the day after, and it's like, we can go there, we can beat Real Madrid. I'm like, the day before, you were shitting yourself about booking Real Madrid because you didn't know he was going to beat PSV. The day after that, we're going to beat Real Madrid. Julian was at it again. I thought, oh my God.
Don't. I said Julian was at it again. Listen, to be honest with you, we don't even know if it's a Tuesday or Wednesday yet either. But yeah, Madrid, I can't lie to you. Real. What do you lot think? If Arsenal get Atletico, you know, how do you lot feel about, like, outside looking in?
I think you're out both teams you play, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah,
they
when
got
the initial
chances.
draw came about, I said, you lot are done. After PSV, that's it. You're not going to break down Atletico, and you're not going to stop Real Madrid from scoring. So,
But
it's a lose-lose, man.
the Real Madrid thing is just it's not even worth saying it. I've seen I've seen it both times, winning there, getting beat there, whatever. It's mad. But so I think for a fan point of view, if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd want to go to Real Madrid. I want to go there. Atletico Madrid it's mad because Simeone's got the stadium pumped and the players are literally, you're just getting butchered. We had a big fight there with our team got kicked off the park. Foden was, rattled. Grealish was rattling Savic and all that. It was a proper battle.
Yeah.
So if you want a battle and you think you've got the players for a fight, then go Atletico. But Real Madrid's just, I think, I'm not being disrespectful, but when the pressure's been on Arsenal, we've seen them drop points in the Premier League against shit teams. When the pressure's on in the Bernabeu, it's going to be fucking peak. That's when you'll know who really is up for it and not. So listen, I just enjoy it, mate. If I'm an Arsenal fan now, I'm enjoying it. And just go. You need to, Turks, you get Real Madrid, you need to go.
Yeah, I want to go. I can't lie to you. But obviously, there's also the
you have to 100%. You have to go.
Second leg is
Bernabeu.
Yeah, the second leg is when we find out the dates, 100%. But let me get through the first leg first. If we get through the first leg, we've still to play for. Then I'll be out there. But
I think, but to be honest, whoever goes through for them, you have to go because both stadiums.
Atletico. I think that could be a class game as well because listen, it's defense versus defense. It's rigid versus rigid. It's going to be more of a chess match, maybe boring to most, but it'll still be.
If you go to Atletico, right, make sure you get dropped at the right side of the ground. Quick story: me and Daps were going to the game in a taxi. The traffic's mayhem. The guy says, "You can get out here. It's fine." We gets out. We turns the corner. Must be 7,000-8,000 Atletico Madrid ultras, flares, smoke bombs, right? I turned around to him. I went, listen, we just need to act aggressive, yeah? He went, right. I went, act aggressive. They won't come near us. The guy's got a pink fucking tracksuit on. How can you act aggressive with a pink tracksuit on? I said, we're going to get fucking filled in. We better just get off. Like, we have to get off, mate. I'm stood there, the ball dead, thinking like, they might think, oh yeah, he's a bit of a nutter. And then I've got Daps with a pink tracksuit vaping behind me.
Steve, you seen that film? Steve, have you seen that scene with Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor when they're in jail? And then Richard Pryor says to him, "Act hard, do the bounce."
Yeah,
Evil hit. No, that's not See No Evil.
Yeah.
When
they're going in jail and Richard Pryor goes to Gene Wilder because he's the only white guy going into jail. Right? He goes, act hard, let's do a bounce, and he's bouncing through.
The Atletico fans were worse than the Madrid. The Real Madrid fans is no trouble. Atletico, there was trouble everywhere because they're a bit mad then.
Still crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. But both grounds are amazing, man. Real Madrid's got heaters now in the away end. It's great. You can go wear your shorts and t-shirt and the heat comes on and that. But then at the end, they turn it off and leave you in for an hour. You're freezing.
I swear there's heating now. Fuck.
Yeah, man, it's heating. I'll send you the video when we get off on the group. It's mad. I filmed it.
I need to
Yeah, man.
That stadium is just watching a game in Real Madrid at the Bernabeu is just heritage, man. When they play the music before kickoff, you know their song. They played a full song. Just hearing that, I don't know about you, man. Hearing that shit is nice, man. I love hearing that, man. At that ground, it's dope.
Yeah,
ground like really that, ground check. You do the tour. You do the tour off Atletico. They let you on the pitch and that, and it's so impressive. And underneath the stadium is like mad nightclubs and bars and that. When you walk around the fan zone, it's mad. But you definitely Madrid. I think we've been about 9 times in the last God knows how many years. So we just know it off by heart. But you've got to go to that Bernabeu. You just got to go there.
Couple more here. First up, Dev says, big up to SAEED on his and Rant's 1000th episode of Get This Manager Out. And last one here from Rich saying, are you drinking that milk from a mug or straight from the source? You know, we're beating Arsenal this weekend.
Crazy.
Rich.
That's crazy.
Cool. Let's do predictions.
You started that as usual.
Let me remind myself what the table's looking like. Okay. Cool. TOBS in 3rd, Steve's 4th. I've got Matisse's prediction, so we're good. All right. SAEED, start with... Actually, it's Man United Arsenal.
I'm going to go for 2-0 Arsenal.
2-0, yeah?
Yeah.
3-0. TOBS.
I think I'm gonna go for 2-0 Arsenal.
Another 2-0. Steve?
3-0 Arsenal.
Another 3-0. GRIZZ?
2-0.
Another 2-0. Matisse has gone 1-1. ANITA?
Do you know what? Every time I come on here, I've been wrong with all of my predictions, isn't it? So I'm just going to side with Matisse. I'm going to go 1-1.
Cool. Another 1-1. Someone's taking it then, if we go by that. Cool. Let's keep it moving. Big up, Kevin. This game reeks of a disgusting 0-0 on a cloudy day in Manchester. We will be there. Oh, big up Devin as well. Sorry. Thank you, Steve, for sharing my fundraiser for brain tumor research today. I'm doing a white collar boxing fight in memory of my sister. Any support from the community is massively appreciated. Devin, put the link in the chat.
Send me the link, man.
Yeah, put the link in the chat as well, and let me try pin it as well. Yeah, if you wait, let's move it on. Devin, as soon as I move it on, then put the comment in the chat so I can see it. Let's move it on to... What was you going to move it on to? Forest City is probably the next best game on the list. Actually, but Liverpool, PSG away, Southampton at home. PSG away. GRIZZ.
Mad game, man. Mad game.
Was a mad game.
Devin,
send it now, Devin, the link so I can see it. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, boys. You heard of daylight robbery? Tell you that was daylight robbery, nightlight robbery, daylight robbery. Call it what you want, man. It was a robbery. You all saw it. I felt it. We all heard it, read it the following morning, and everything that everyone said about it was true. It's a tale of one man and the whole of PSG up against him. Some of the most dazzling attackers, stroke wingers in Europe right now. Likes of Barcola. How do you say his name? Desiree? Don't know how you say his name.
Desiree Doué.
Desiree Doué. Kvaratskhelia. Let's call him Sheila.
Kvaratskhelia.
I'm doing it on purpose so you correct me every single time like you're my teacher or something. Shut up, man. I know how to say his name.
Then say it then.
All right. And Ousmane Dembele. And yeah, man. I've never seen Liverpool bopped, as I said in my tweet, bopped off the park, especially in that first half. Some of the football was scintillating from PSG, but one man stood in their way. And we often talk about world-class players. We spoke about Salah this season. We spoke about Virgil van Dijk. We spoke about others, but you don't often hear about Allison. And the reason for that is he don't get worked like he got worked like that. Liverpool, he has a save to make, and we could say, oh, look, he was not involved, and then he made a mad save. That's what makes him a bad keeper, a bad boy keeper. But when I say he's, in my opinion, and obviously a little bit biasness from my side, but you lot can be the judge of it when we do our shows. In my opinion, he's one of the top 3 keepers of all time in the Premier League. This guy's, I've been saying it for such a long time, he's a monster, and he's got a certain aura about him that attackers just shit themselves, and a lot of those chances, especially in the second half, were shots, and they were crisp, technical, well-struck shots. But this guy makes them look so minor and easy, man. He's world class, and he showed why he's world class. And thankfully for us, he's on our side and he's part of our team, so he's allowed to make saves. So when people say, "Oh, you got lucky," of course we got lucky, but we have a goalkeeper that keeps goal for Liverpool, and it's his job to save, and he's the best saver in the world. And he saved Liverpool. He saved Liverpool, and especially, as I said, in that first half, I mean, some of those saves are insane. They're not like, he didn't even palm them back. He palmed them like 10, 15 yards away. Like he's got the strongest hands, wrists, man, in the game. And as I said, as the game progressed, PSG lost heart, because they realized, yo, man, all right, getting past Liverpool, blah, 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 blah. And then we have to get past this geezer. we have to be so precise with our finishing, right in the corners, you know. And he saved the day. He saved the day. And then obviously Nunes and Elliott come on right at the end. And again, it's Allison's kick that sets it up. It's his pass to Nunes. Nunes bodies Marquinhos, who was impeccable before that. But ragdolls Marquinhos, lays it off to Harvey Elliott. And then I was thinking about you, actually, Tobs, when that goal went in, because I was thinking, look at the difference. Remember, me and you had a discussion, or we had a discussion about goalkeepers, elite goalkeepers and good keepers. And Donnarumma is known as a good keeper, but look at the difference in keeping and keepers. Donnarumma's got a name in the game, and everyone thinks, yeah, you can make do with a keeper. In games like this, at the highest echelon of football, elite keepers come to the fore. And Allison came to the fore, and Donnarumma flopped. And we won 1-0. Most people think it's over. I think we're going to go through, but if they play like that, it's going to be a second leg to watch. For the neutral, it's going to be mad because they were fantastic. And Ousmane Dembele, I think I'm sure I've told you guys before, like 3-4 years ago, he was my favorite attacker in world football. Like, I thought this guy had levels of Mbappe. Like, he should reach those levels, but obviously injuries, attitude, whatever you want to call it, he hasn't reached those levels. But yesterday he showed, and the beauty of Dembele is you don't know what side he's going to go on because he's two-footed. He can go right, he can go left, he can go central. And yeah, he terrorized us. But we held firm. And I was tweeting away while I was watching the game. I was like, if you're a big team, you find a way through this storm. Doesn't matter. We're getting ripped to shreds, but I think we're going to have a chance, and we have to be efficient. And we had a chance, and we were efficient. And all our teams, well, Steve, SAEED, and Chelsea, actually, of course. Yeah. You guys have won the Champions League as well. And you know, during a campaign, you're not going to play pretty lovely football every time. There's going to be one leg of one game or 45 minutes of a game where you're just going to get terrorized in that game and that half, and you have to see your way through it. And this was the one that we got terrorized, but we saw our way through it. So yeah, man, it's set up. We're going to play, if we get through, Bruges or Villa, and then we play the winners of that Madrid-Arsenal game, I believe, in the semis. So it's all there, man. It could be a madness.
It's about winning games of football at the end of the day, and they won the game of football. There's no better way of doing it. Getting absolutely hammered and then bang late on, hitting them where it hurts, and then going to Anfield. Now they've got a mountain to climb. It's on PSG. They're at home. They went for it. It's all right. Everyone's saying, look how many shots they've had. Look how many this. Look how many that. They got beat. Do you know what I mean? We done it last year against Real Madrid. We battered them at the Etihad. They took us to penalties and beat us. So it's all right as a comfort thing for people about PSG. Liverpool, they done the job. That's the difference in manager, in my opinion. He didn't panic. You know what I mean? He dug in deep, and he made the change late, and the change worked out, and they got the grid. It's a smash and grab. We've been there before. As an away fan, there's no better feeling. Man United done it to us this season. Didn't look like winning the game. Next minute, bang, bang, they've done it. So, and
you're right.
I've literally.
They did get help though, Steve, man, with the red card.
I'll be honest with you. I could have seen that go either way. If he said it was a red, I accept it. But I've seen that happen a lot, and it is what it is. But I just think, for me, Liverpool, they needed a result there. They needed to not get hammered, and they won 1-0. It's a fantastic result. Paris will be sat there in the changing room going, "We've thrown the kitchen sink at these. We're 1-0 down. Now we've got to go Anfield." And Slot will know that, and the Liverpool fans will know that. So they'll ramp it up at Anfield. And PSG, the last few years, have been the Nearly men. They've had all the talent. They've had the Neymars, the Messis, everything. And they've not got over the line in the Champions League. There's a big cloud over the club. And that's why. Because Liverpool were there for the taking. Couldn't put them away. Manchester City were 2-0 up. The worst Manchester City we've seen in a decade. Were 2-0 up there. And then they twigged it late on and battered us. But Liverpool, they're too clever for that. They said, hold on a minute. They're probably taking it in sections. Get through this 20 minutes, see where we're at. Get through this next one, see where we're at. Virgil van Dijk and Allison were hugging like mad when that goal goes in because they defended so well. And the goalkeeper, like GRIZZ says, was outstanding. He had one of them nights where you forget about him because, like you say, he don't get tested a lot. So you think, yeah, Allison's all right. But when the chips are down, when you need your goalkeeper to pull you out the shit, that's what he's there for.
But this is what world class. This is why we use the term world class.
He's world class. He is, and I just think that PSG have fucked it. I think they have.
It's not over yet, but you're right. That was the moment at home where you've got the advantage. The majority of fans are your fans. You play that well. You got to make it count, and they didn't.
Oh, the atmosphere was insane. You don't want
to be trailing a 1-0 deficit going to Anfield. They've messed it. But to Grizz's point, if they play like they did, that's the key.
See, that's what I don't think.
The thing is, right, and I spoke to about 10 PSG fans since the game and whatever, and they said that's the best they've played. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you now safely that's the worst we've played. And PSG said that's the best. PSG said that's the best we've played, and that's the worst we've played. I can't see us being that bad again this season.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying, Tobs. They might put in a stellar performance again. I don't think
it won't be enough.
But we're not going to be that bad. Oh hell no, we're not going to.
And Salah won't be as bad as well.
To a man. Like,
it was bad. There were so
many
transition moments as well where
apart from Trent, I'd say who again,
Trent and Robertson were good, you know. Trent and Robertson
spoken about because a lot of people were ready to crash in on Trent
and Robbo.
But Trent looked after Barcola very, very nicely, and he wasn't good on the ball, Trent, but defensively he was very good. And we always speak about all the world class players and why they're world class because we see it week in, week out. And you're right, Steve. People often say, well, why is Allison known as world class if he makes one save a game, whatever? It's games like yesterday where world class comes to the fore. So you can't say he's lucky because, your keeper saved you. He's part. The last time I checked, he's part of the team.
That's his job. Save the team.
You're lucky you got Salah. I'll take out Salah, you're fucked. Okay, take out Virgil, you're fucked. I'll take out Allison, you're fucked. Take everyone out then, innit? Fuck you. Take everyone out, man. Give us whoever and wherever. And we play with whoever and wherever. But that's not the point. The point is we have got these players to help Liverpool Football Club.
I don't think that you lot played that bad.
Go on, Anisha.
Oh, no, we were bad.
I don't think you lot played that bad.
Don't do that.
I don't know. I feel like they soaked in the pressure really well.
No, Anita, please.
No.
Second half defensively.
Second half.
You soaked in the pressure really well. After the first half, you soaked it in very well. I was actually extremely impressed.
Liverpool, what would Allison's versus PSG? What were we doing here, man? Like it was the Allison show. Let's be honest.
Yeah. But again, that's why he's a world-class goalkeeper.
Yeah.
That guy went up for it. Second half, you guys came out and you guys soaked in that pressure, and it was so impressive. I don't know. I was watching it and I was like, I wish this was my team.
60th minute, 65th minute onwards, they died. They realized
when they made their start making those subs. I think
and Slot made again. His changes have been mad, like brave as well. So he takes off Salah, Gravenberch.
That was a brave move.
Yeah, he takes off. I can't remember now.
He puts on Endo, doesn't he?
Diaz. He puts on Endo, Jones, Elliott, and Nunes, who all four to a man locked off the attack. Endo, like he's our new James Milner, proper finisher. When you know Endo's coming on with his gum shield and that, you know, it's a wrap. Yeah. Game over when Endo comes on with his gum shield, and then Nunes. You know what I mean? Banter merchant of the season, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But comes on, ruffles a few feathers, and lays it off to Harvey Elliott. But look, we take that all day long. Look, so many people asking about the penalty decision. Was it a red card? I think it was a foul. I think it was a foul, and I think it was outside the.
And it was a red card.
So it should have been a red card. But
no, fair play.
Since then, they say that it could have been offside. If it was, it would have been checked. So, and like Steve says, we see these decisions, especially in the Premier League. Like Premier League, we know these barges and pushes go along all the time and they're never, ever given. But hey, European refs apparently ref differently. So I'd say we were lucky with that. But the rest, man, is football, guys. And if your team ain't been battered or bruised for 45 minutes, you're lying to yourselves. But as I said, the big teams, the real ones get through, and we got through.
My thing is I don't think PSG play as good as that, and I don't think Liverpool play as bad as that in the second leg. PSG, that was their moment, man. I don't think PSG do what they did. Yeah, cool, they'll have chances, and but I just think Liverpool would turn it up second leg, man. And Salah.
Do you know what it is? We've now kept clean.
Gakpo as well for me as well. Gakpo's a big miss.
We've kept clean sheets against Bayer Leverkusen, Real Madrid, Man City twice, and now PSG. We've kept 20 clean sheets this season. 20-0 already. Do you know how mad that is? Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just have to dig in deep. And I do believe I watched the game again, because when you watch the first time round, you feel can't breathe, man. Can't breathe. These men are not letting us breathe.
That midfield there, let me tell you something. That midfielder, João Neves, Vitinha, and who's the other one? Them man bossed you lot.
Yeah. Fabian Ruiz, Neves, and the other fella.
Vitinha.
Ballers.
Not only ballers, but brawlers.
Yeah, they can get stuck in.
Brawlers.
João Neves can get stuck in,
All of them got stuck in and rattled us.
Yeah.
They didn't give us chance on the ball, space on the ball. And I said this is the best. I said this is the best midfield that they've had in ages, the most balanced. But
do you know who?
We all know when you come to Anfield, it's a different story, man. So I know you're a bit giddy, SAEED. I hear you. I can sense it in your voice, and you're gonna do another hate along. I know you're a bit. You're feeling like, yeah, man. If they play like that, we could do something. But this is Anfield. I keep telling you, innit? This is Anfield. They're coming to Anfield now on the Champions League night. We're not going to be that bad. We're not going to be that bad.
Let me do
you know what? I think. So I was going to say, there was one thing I did want to pull you up on, though, Grizz, about Donnarumma. You're right in terms of like what a world-class goalkeeper can do versus a good goalkeeper, but I don't think he's a good goalkeeper.
Yeah,
I don't. He's not a good goalkeeper for me, and this isn't just reactionary. I've been saying this for like a good 2 years now. The guy is not good. He's not a good goalkeeper. Sorry.
He's at PSG.
He is at PSG, but you watch him play and you're asking yourself, why is he at PSG?
He was good in the Euros against England.
Yeah, how many years ago?
That's when he's fell off
4 years ago.
No, he has fallen off big time.
Is that 3 years ago? He's fallen off.
Yeah,
massively, man.
But it is what it is, man. We take it.
I don't know about the top 3 in Premier League shout either, but is it?
That's a debate, maybe. I'm with him. I'm with him on that one. It's a debate for sure, but I'm with him on that.
Who's he better than? Who's he better than then?
No, I think he's in the top 3. I think Peter Cech.
Who's in your top 3?
Allison.
I think that's. Cech. Don't think he's better than Cech.
Van der Sar.
He doesn't have to be. Grizz said he's in the top 3.
Van der Sar now.
Van der Sar put ahead of him as well.
Personally, I would have Allison over Van der Sar.
Too many, man.
That's just me.
It's okay, man. I know Allison, in my opinion, my head is clear top 3. And you can have a debate about the rest. Like I said, go argue with your fridge, man.
LFC Banner says Premier League is the priority, Champions League a bonus. I don't care what happens. But seeing BBL SAEED smash his set was gold. Man celebrated PSG's offside goal more than Xerxes today. The hate-alongs can get like that sometimes. Georgie says thanks to United and say that again.
That's embarrassing if you did that. Did you really celebrate?
Have you watched my watch-along today?
No, I always watch the highlights.
You didn't tell Matisse it was embarrassing when he screamed louder than you the other day when Liverpool.
Exactly, yeah.
I actually did. Do you remember I said?
You might have.
Yeah, I said, yo. Yeah, that's true. I said, yo, calm down.
Georgie, big up, says, thanks to United and Spurs being Spurs costing me 1,300 and potentially 16,000 if Arsenal and Liverpool win next week. Sorry, man. It gets like that.
Yo, people are betting. Like today, someone was betting Real Sociedad to win £1,000 today. He was like, yo, Real Sociedad let me down today. I was like, bro. People are moving mad, man. It's crazy out here, man.
People got more money than sense.
Yeah, just fair play.
Nasser says, big up the panel. Ramadan Karim, come on. Redemption for Villa, especially Tyrone Mings, or as Mighty Grizz once called him, Myron Tings.
Bro, I don't rate that guy, but I don't want to speak too early.
You don't rate a lot of people. You don't rate Rodrigo, How dare you, man?
I did.
Did you watch him again?
Can we get the VAR? Like, save it for another shot. I didn't say that, did I?
Bro, you literally said it, bro.
I literally didn't.
You put, you put ahead of Rodrigo.
I said I don't rate him highly as others. I'm allowed to not rate him highly as others.
Had been told me, didn't you?
Oh, man, I didn't say I don't rate him. So please.
We you know what? We're gonna get a VAR show. You don't.
Yeah. I said I don't
VAR
rate him
show,
as highly as others.
We are.
Listen, we got the chat. No, the chat. No, man, the chat. No.
They'll hook us up. Sahel says that performance from the so-called Premier League GOAT winger and best in the world was a disgrace against the sport. Keep him in the GS MOAT convo.
It's mad, isn't it? No one saw Vinicius play the night before Mbappe or when they had stinkers. But as soon as Salah's had his worst game, people like Sahel come out with
It's normal, man. One bad game is normal. I mean, I didn't even crash on him. Man, you gotta give credit to Mendes, man. Credit to Mendes, man. Like
Mendes, that's who I wanted to shout out.
Mendes changing it up
again, not on a reactionary thing because I at the Euros as well. Like he's cold.
He is.
He is cold. Like dribbling, shooting, crossing.
Very cold. In fact, if he was a bit warmer, he might have got back and tracked Elliott's run. He was 15 yards behind him.
Oh, please,
outrun
man. Stop it. Stop
I know,
it.
but it's cold. I know, but this is what I'm saying. This is what youngsters doing. It's cold. He played cold, but he was at error for the goal that cost his side.
It's not an error, bro. It's
hardly an error.
Hardly
an error. It was a transition.
Non-winners speak. Steve, see how these non-winners speak.
How is that an error, though? It's not an error.
No, he was
being
cold.
in that position.
No,
it's not an error.
He was cold.
The error is Donnarumma.
Like, thank you.
Not tracking
That's
your
the error.
Go watch football again. Go and watch football again.
I do watch football.
See how they move. Why was Elliott in oceans of space? Is Elliott the quickest thing on two legs?
You're actually a disgrace.
There's a lot that's happened.
You're saying error. You could say he could do better, but at that point they're chasing the game, bro.
Yeah, exactly. They're
chasing the game.
PSG fans are livid with Mendes. Livid. You know Adel Rami, the former French international, the French defense centre back. Go and watch his clip about how crazy that defending was. How you letting a kid run past you and not tracking back.
This is the
when Trent does this shit, you lot jump high.
No, but I'm saying
Nuno Mendes was cold.
Literally trying to win the game.
He could have done better, but you're saying
according to SAEED and Toby, Nuno Mendes was cold.
He was cold. Yeah,
that's it.
He was cold.
The whole purpose of football is to be cold.
I'm not going to retract my statement just because he was in the right position.
The modern day fan, you have to be cold. See how
what do you mean the modern day fan? You were waxing lyrical.
You and SAEED.
You were waxing lyrical about Trent the other week. You were saying that.
Cold. He was cold, bro.
You're actually.
He was cold. Just because
Elliott ran past him. Elliott ran past him for 9 minutes and won the game.
You know what it is? You know what it is with GRIZZ, yeah? Just because you said he's pocketing Salah, yeah, and Salah didn't have a great game. You can't take it. So now what you're trying to do is you're trying to find something in Mendes' game. That's what you're trying to do.
If you take away the injuries of Nuno
Mendes, move on, man.
If you take away the injuries from Nuno Mendes, he's one of the best left backs in the world, I believe. But he was at error for that goal, along with Donnarumma. No? Bro. Okay, no problem. We take it.
It's crazy, man.
Let's continue. Jay says, and he's got a couple here. Jay Kvaratskhelia, I hate how Prem team didn't even compete for him. That guy is special. Was Serie A best bro, and he's on like 160k a week. Like that.
He's too much though. He's too much.
That was just good. That's proper business. 60 M's and 100 or 70 M's and 160k a week for that. Come on, man. Let's be serious.
Yeah,
and he goes,
Arsenal did more for Kai Havertz, bro.
False, bro. 160s.
We did. We spent more for Ndombele. That's mad.
Jace, and he also has Liverpool have to move on from at least 2 of Jota, Nunez, and Diaz. They're painfully inconsistent and won't be useful in future title races.
Shock.
Jota's performance. Wow, man. He was just not involved at all.
All of them were.
No, but Jota more so. He was just literally.
Diaz was worse. Diaz was worse. He was actually giving the ball away to him as well.
Shock horror. Lucho.
Shock horror. Give me the Champions League, the League Cup, and possibly the European Cup, and I'll take your shock horror takes, brother.
It's not a take. You just said it. You literally just said it.
Yeah, I know. I said he had a shit game. I said he had a shit game. But
he's inconsistent.
You're doing your side digs about Lucho and he's rubbish. No, he's not. He's actually.
I didn't say he's rubbish. I agreed. I said shock. He's inconsistent because he is inconsistent.
You didn't say that. Now you're saying that. When I
when did I call him
indicated
shit?
that-
You made up
You
your own
have this.
narrative. My words are very clear. Stop mincing them.
VAR, come back to what you said. You insinuated Lucho. Shock horror.
He is
Please,
shock horror. He is.
Save that for your players, please. Shock horrors, please, not us.
We can't criticize their players.
It's ridiculous. We can't say anything bad about.
Can't say anything about their players. That's it now. Honestly, Liverpool are doing unbelievably, and that's it.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They were revolting yesterday, revolting to a man. But it's not, and it is shock horror because we're not revolting like that. So I agree with you. Shock horror.
No, it's shock horror. It's shock horror at Diaz because he's very inconsistent. What are you talking about? It's ridiculous.
We move.
Would you take Diaz at Spurs?
Yes, over Werner, but it doesn't change anything. He's inconsistent. It doesn't mean anything.
Oh my god,
he's inconsistent. Like, well, what's wrong with you? I don't get it.
Nothing wrong with me. I'm not denying that.
So then why are you asking me that question? What does that change?
Nothing. I ask you. It's my annual. It's my weekly question. Would you take Diaz at Spurs?
I want you. But I'm.
You take an inconsistent. You take an inconsistent.
What does that change? If I'm telling you that the players that you're comparing your guys to aren't good enough, what does that change? I'm telling you, Luis Diaz is good enough for a team that's going to now win the league. But he's not, because you tried to sell him the summer before.
What do you mean he's not?
Try and sell him this summer.
Has he played 75% of Liverpool's games?
Yes or no question.
Hold on. Yes or no question.
Are you happy? If you're happy,
you can't answer a question with a question.
If you're happy with Lucho Diaz, I'm gonna shut up. Done. You're happy with Lucho Diaz? Calm. Yeah. No, but why are you unhappy with him? That's what I'm trying to work out. I'm not unhappy with him. I'm stating facts. Yeah, what's it to do with? What's it got to do with you? He's inconsistent. I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you two questions. They're so simple. Yes, no answers. Okay. Has Luis Diaz played 75% of Liverpool's campaign this season? Yeah, probably. Are we going to win the league? Yes. So how can you say he's not good enough for Liverpool to win the league? Well, I said he's inconsistent. I know, but I said an inconsistent. I said he's inconsistent. I'll accept his inconsistency if he enables us to win the league. Then that's it. That's it.
Grizz, how did we get there?
I know, but you're not saying that's it. Say that shit there and shut up. You can't say that shit. That's it. Shut up then. But you still want to have the last dig at Diaz. You still want to have the last dig at him. Last dig for agreeing with the super chat. You're getting in your feelings because I'm not. I'm about to win the league with an inconsistent Diaz. So then why are you so pressed? If you're about to win the league and you're riding high, why are you so pressed? I'm trying to work out how have you got this inconsistency is only privy to Lucho Diaz. Like inconsistent wingers happen. All wingers are inconsistent. Oh my God. Are you are you okay? Why are you so pressed by Diaz? Genuinely, are you okay? Are you? I solemnly declare. Genuine question. Are you okay? Okay. Genuine answer. Have you had food? Have you had drinks? Genuine answer. If you are really trying to make this a Luis Diaz thing, you made it a Luis Diaz thing. No.
Luis Diaz thing.
You're trying to make being Obrigado. Luis Diaz. Is this a what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'll keep quiet.
You're not going to keep
quiet though.
No one is.
You're always rattled about other teams.
He said shock horror.
I'm not. Grealish, Bruno Fernandes.
No, wait, sorry.
Diaz.
How are you telling me I'm rattled?
Stop. Other teams doesn't work.
It doesn't work. You can't tell me I'm rattled when you're the one that's literally rattled at me agreeing with me.
For Chelsea?
It doesn't make sense.
Sancho
that doesn't make any sense.
Who does he get triggered about Chelsea
players? It makes no sense.
He gets triggered about their players.
We're just trying to find allies now.
Better than the players in your team. All of them were coming to the team.
I appreciate the ally shit, but bro, how did this escalate?
I don't even understand.
He's inconsistent. He's inconsistent.
All Tom said was inconsistent.
That's what I don't get.
He's literally
inconsistent.
That's all it was.
You don't know him like that. You don't know him like
same
that.
thing.
What
you think he's better than Werner? He wouldn't be inconsistent.
No, this man's 2015. This guy's
no, you don't know him like that with the football takes I'm talking about. I know you know him personally, but he doesn't do this.
Okay, Luis Diaz is the best thing since sliced bread. Apologies for calling him inconsistent.
See, who said that? Did anyone say that?
So then what are you fighting me for? I don't get it. What are you fighting me for?
I'm not fighting you.
I don't understand it. You agree.
Let's
not
move
fighting you.
on. Let's
Yes,
move
you
on.
are.
Let's move on.
You think it's a fight?
Yeah, let's move on.
Let's move on, man.
Take this to Football
Wow.
Carnage or tap in TOBS, man. Individual channel links in
Crazy,
the
bro.
description below. Adash says every team's
Get the
got winning.
thumbnail ready. Get the thumbnail ready.
Every team's got winning undefeated streak until they come up against Liverpool. Shout out to Endo, the lockdown man. Only conceded one when on the pitch this season. Tiang says, I will credit Nunes. He dragged 4 players, which created the space for Elliott. The keeper should have done better. Salah knows for this game. I don't know.
Basically, he was dead or something. Whatever. And it's true. He was dead.
What's this one here? I swear I see another one. Watching TNT, I'd think the Biryani bandits were commentating. And Shobit says, props to Slot for having the courage to sub off Salah, who had a stinker, and bring on Elliott, who won the game. Elite manager. Big up Shobit. Tap. Allison's different. Uncle Grizz looking fresh. My little bro SAEED, thanks for letting me lend that Lambo, my bro. Yeah, and that's that. We'll keep it moving, I believe. Actually, Zayn, I'll just add Salah and Rafinha rightfully getting Ballon d'Or shouts, but Pedri is the most consistent and best player in the world this year.
Well, Pedri is different. level.
Pedri has been called, but Salah is.
What?
You can't.
I know. I'm just saying. Just a special mention to Pedri this year. If you've been watching him, man, it's been outrageous,
He's a
man.
baller, man. I don't even need to watch. He's just a baller.
Yeah, baller, man.
And Zayn also added this with the way his career started. Pedri has top 5 CMs of all time potential. I don't know if you watch him, but he is magic. It's hard to see. Top 5 potential. I don't know if you see that. Yeah, it's hard to see that and claim that. That just happens if it happens. But yeah,
He's young, man. What is he? 22? Let's see.
He's a
He is
baller,
young.
man.
He is young.
Baller.
All right, cool. Let's keep predictions. Liverpool, Southampton, SAEED.
Oh, this is gonna be
No.
one of them where 4-5. I mean, let's go for 4-0.
4-0. Cool. Should we beat it comfortably? PSG return is next week. Let me go 3-0. TOBS.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 3-0 so I can see him rotating.
Steve.
Is it Armfield?
Yeah.
4-0 Liverpool.
Another 4. GRIZZ.
3-0.
Another 3.
Diaz
Matisse has gone 4 as well. Anita.
Yeah, I'm going 3. I think he's going to rotate, but I expect him to rotate. So I'm going 3.
So that's everyone's gone 3s and 4s, I believe. Yep, everyone's gone 3s and 4s. All right, we move. Next up, I mean, Forest City is the best game outside of the remaining fixtures. And it's a game for top 4 actually, and then we'll move on to Chelsea after that. So Steve, Forest away, difficult fixture. But yeah, how you feeling about it?
It's the same as all seasons. We don't know what's going to City's going to turn up. Obviously, we've been playing a little bit better than we have been doing. He's got bodies back. He's lost Ake and a Kanji now for the season, Stones and stuff. So, but we just got to go there. We know what we need to do. Get in the top 4. Echeverry's been training this week with the team. Whether he gets a slot in the squad, I don't know. Everyone's excited to see him. Young, exciting player, but I don't know. And Forest, they're going to feel confident. You know what I mean? This version of Manchester City turning up, the season they've had, they're at home. They're going to get behind them and try and basically, stay ahead of us in that race. So there's all to play for. I do feel if we can get a result at Forest, we can maybe go on a little run towards the end of the season and pick up some points and get that top 4. But Forest are everything we hate: pace, power. You know what I mean? It was mad because we was in the middle of that run where we couldn't buy a win, and we played them at the Etihad and beat them 3-0. So it was very, very strange. But I'm looking forward to the game. Just got to get behind the lads and hopefully we can get the 3 points. But it's just going to be interesting to see, how the new players cope with it. Nico, Mamouche, etc. had a great game against Newcastle. and where he fits him in. Cousin of who everyone's raving about, but he's only very young. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't know what City's going to turn up, so I'm confident though. I feel like we might get the win, but it'd be a very, very tight game. I don't know what you guys think about the fixture, but I think Forest due a drop off. Are they going to drop off, or are they staying consistent, or what? Is it the right time for City to play them, or you know?
I think it's a good time to play them. I don't think Forest have been on the same hype or buzz or boil that they were maybe about a month or about 5-6 weeks ago. They've become a bit inconsistent. Even against Arsenal, it was a dead game. So, but I think that 3-0 humbling at the time will be on their memory. I think they'll want to write that at the City ground. So it could be a bit feisty.
Yeah, I think I was going to say, I think it's a good opportunity for you to sort of lay your marker down for that third spot this season. And when you look at their form as well, what is it, like 1 win in their last 5 league games?
Yeah.
3 losses in that run as well. I mean, I know you've got your injuries, but whilst you are still vulnerable, surely you got to be looking at this as a way to sort of get your leg up back into top 3, surely.
We've got to put people to bed, though. Like I say, against Tottenham first half, could have been 3 or 4 up. It's been the story of the season. We're going at half time, winning 1-0 or 0-0, and then these teams get a little bit of confidence, come out and end up, stealing the game. We need to make sure, the possession counts and the chances we put away. You know what I mean? It's better with Haaland there. I feel when Erling's playing, we're a lot better. When he's not there and we're playing this false 9 or trying to play Mamouche up front, I don't think it works. But Jeremy Doku, the form he's been in, Savino, the form he's been in, Haaland scoring goals still. That strike force is quite dangerous. So it's just mission top 4 for us now. You know what I mean? We're fortunate enough to be in the FA Cup still. We've got a tough one at Bournemouth, but Forest away, it's always going to be tough. They've got a lot to play for. They're in dreamland, you know what I mean? And the home crowd behind them there, it is quite a tight little ground and that. And we've been there the last few years. I think we won there and we got beat there or we drew there. And it was tough. So it's an early kickoff as well, which is not always great, but I think we'll win.
Are you going?
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I think we'll win.
Yeah, I think having the week off as well for City is massive, man. Because I feel like, I don't know, not look like they look tired or whatever, but just I think the injuries and whatnot been mounting up for you lot. But I think a fresh Man City, I think they might put a run together, man. You know what I'm saying? I know Forest, GRIZZ is right, man. From what they was saying, I think their last big convincing game was probably that 7-0 against Brighton, man. I think that was their last kind of convincing win. I think since then, man, it's just a natural kind of like almost kind of
it's leveling out, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, like they're just kind of like it's hard to do what they're doing, man. To attack, defend, box to box. You know what I mean? Like they put a lot of effort into the season, man. You know what I mean? I think, are they still in the FA Cup? Yeah, they think they're still in the FA Cup as well.
Yeah, they're in,
yeah. So they've played a lot of games, man. They played a lot of games. But yeah, I'm with Toby, man. If Man City, this is time now to kind of claim that third spot. They get 4th, like, that third spot's there, and then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? We were all laughing at City being around about 7 or 8, and finishing 3rd ain't all that bad, is it? When you deep it, man, it's crazy. Like,
to be fair, Chelsea is still in the mix. I don't know why we're talking about Chelsea. No, I just wanted to put that out there. I just wanted to add to the conversation because we're all talking about third. I just wanted to add it in. But
you can add it in, but it's not really relevant because we're not talking about.
Toby, thank you.
I mean, we're not talking about Chelsea.
From the bottom half of the table, man. It's fine.
It's the truth. We were talking about Man City. We're not talking about Chelsea.
That's fine. Anyway, keeping on Man City, like honestly, I do think it's the time for Man City to actually capitalize because Forest, the last 3 games, I think no wins in the last 3. Am I right? Apart from FA Cup.
Yeah. Forest, no wins in the last 3. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the form is just dipping. And I feel like Man City, despite you guys losing a couple games ago, we won't say to who, despite you guys losing a couple games ago, your form is getting better and better. So to secure a top 3 spot, it's a must-win game, man. Imagine this is a top 4 battle. This is crazy.
It's actually To be fair,
That's
you mentioning Chelsea is like, I know I
We're
shut it
1
down,
point
but, like,
behind.
yeah. And you lot play what? Let's we'll get on that. In a
Yeah.
second.
We're playing
Yeah.
Leicester.
Yeah, you might as well just
Like-
add this conversation to Chelsea, man. You're kind of right. You know what I mean? Because Leicester, you're gonna beat them.
Now, let's
So
do-
is it
let's
kind
do
of a
predict-
But
fight
you told
ball?
your side at me just a second ago. Fuck out of
Yeah, I
here,
know.
man.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Let's do predictions first. The Turkish is doing daddy daycare at the moment, isn't it? So
Yeah.
SAEED, why don't we start with you, Forest v City?
I'm gonna go for
It's a
2-1
tricky-
Man City.
Yeah, I don't know what to say with this one.
So,
Nah, 2-1. I think City will edge it. I think City will
2-1.
edge it.
Steve,
Same 2-1 City.
2-1 City. I'm gonna go 2-1 as well. You know, yeah, I think Man City win this. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go 3-1. GRIZZ.
1-1.
Fair.
No.
And
No, 2-1. City.
fair enough.
Gonna be going to
Fair
the group
enough.
chat on Saturday.
Fair enough. And ANITA.
Ooh, I'm going 1-1.
1-1. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
So wait,
Turkish, you come back
Saeed
just in time.
Saeed went 2-1. I heard that.
So SAEED went 2-1,
Steve.
Steve went 2-1, I went 3-1, GRIZZ went 2-1, and ANITA, you just went 1-1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple 2-1. What did Grizz go?
2-1.
2-1 City.
3-2 City.
Uh,
All right, cool.
Yeah. We may as well actually stick on Chelsea, to be fair, though, because 1 point behind. If Man City don't win, and let's say that game ends a draw,
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea could actually sneak into third. Shit!
You're not
They could.
sneaking to. We will be third. If we beat Leicester, we will be third. Like this is what I was saying. I don't know why we're cutting
Yeah,
this
man.
out. This top three
Yo.
conversation. We're
You ain't
back
gonna
in
stay there, bruh.
business.
Yeah, I was gonna say brother. But now change it to sister. You ain't gonna stay there, sister.
Okay, that's
Fine.
fine. Listen, we're back in business. I'm looking at this Leicester game. I'm looking at what? A 3-4-0. We're back scoring goals. So I'm nah, Grizz, don't laugh.
No, I'm not laughing.
Look at the way you know, the
No,
buff of the
I'm
shoulder.
looking at
and
like
that, you
a
know what I mean?
3-4-0.
Like,
I'm
yo.
telling you. I'm looking at like a 3-4-0. We're looking back in
Is Cole
form.
Palmer gonna score?
Come on, man.
Listen, that's between Cole Palmer and his demons that he's dealing with right now. I can't
Man
even
said,
lie.
Yo.
demons, you know.
No, it's
Oh, he
true.
just
Like,
needs to be good.
it's no. Cole Palmer is still a world-class player. Like, don't get it twisted.
World
but
class,
right now,
Anita.
Why?
Yeah.
World
Yo,
class.
I said what?
why?
Yeah, you know what?
World class. Yo.
I said what I said.
Yo.
That's nonsense.
Kalas,
You don't think he's a
kalas.
world-class player? All right, we'll do this another time. We'll do it another time. But Cole Palmer is still a world-class player. He's just going through a fuzzy patch at the moment. And that's okay. Every player goes through a fuzzy patch, especially when they're young, and that's okay. Mbappe went through a fuzzy patch. Everyone knew he was going to come back in form, and that's the same way I feel about Cole Palmer. Yeah. Like, I'm surprised that you lot are shocked.
I'm not doing it. I'm not
Yeah.
doing that.
Don't do
Sorry.
it.
I'm
It's
not
I
fine.
doing
think
it.
Matisse did say something similar earlier in the
Yeah,
season.
he did. He did.
I'm still
Did he?
shocked.
It's a Chelsea thing, man.
It is the Chelsea thing. We've got
These
too
two
much.
do this. I told you, innit? Welcome to SAEED and TOBS world.
Listen,
Sorry?
it's fine, man.
They get
Haters
pressed
are
in
gonna
other
hate.
teams' players.
Don't
Yeah, that is a
mind them.
crazy statement, no? To me.
You
It's
mean
not a
you
crazy
mean we
statement.
challenge
You agree with
we
that?
challenge
You agree with
ludicrous
that, Chris?
statements?
No, but I
It's-
don't react like I don't react like that.
Like what? It's a crazy statement.
It's
He's
an
had
opinion.
one
It's
top-
an
He's
opinion.
had one top season. I know it's her
It's her
opinion,
opinion.
but
Oh
we're
my
allowed to
God.
challenge it.
He had a top season, a very good Euros, scored in the Euros final, you know? He's got a very good celebration.
Talk your
All
shit.
round.
You're right. Maybe the world
You know?
class is kind of
Talk your
used now.
shit.
Just-
Talk your shit,
yeah.
sister.
Listen, I'm a
Losing
take
that.
world class status for at least one of my players, and I'm gonna put it on Cole Palmer. It is what it is.
Oh, by force. I get it.
Saka's definitely world class then now, guys. That is
Who?
what it is. Saka.
That's between you and whoever you want to have that conversation with.
I mean,
bro.
if you're seeing Cole Palmer, Saka's been doing it for the past
But that's
couple of
the
years.
thing.
No,
Like,
I
if
think
you were to
second.
ask me, to have this conversation, I would say they're both pretty much on par. I would say it.
Well, okay.
Is this a shock to people?
No. It's your opinion, isn't it?
Well,
Chris
world
said it,
class.
it's
World
opinion.
class is definitely a shock.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah.
I think they're world-class players. Bukayo Saka and Cole Palmer. I think they're
But
both
one
world-class.
has mashed more work than the other.
Yeah,
One
it
has
was-
That's
done
what I'm
it
saying.
more
Yeah,
than the
one's
other.
Yeah.
more
You
work.
can't really compare the.
Saka's been
Well,
put
you
in
can
Arsenal.
compare them, but you can't really say
But-
that because one's world class, the other one's world class. When
That
one
one
is
was 3 years and
one
one
has
was
got
a
3
half.
years.
3
in his
years.
team.
I'm saying
Minimum.
they're on par. Ability-wise, they're both world-class, and I'm saying they're on par. Is there a
But
problem with
ability wise, you need to be consistent. That's the thing. You need to perform. It's not just about
Yeah,
ability.
but every single player has a dip in consistency. Every single player. We've seen it
But
with
it's
Mo
not about a
Salah.
dip in
We've seen it with
consistency. There's
Mbappe.
nothing wrong
We've
with.
seen it with world-class players before.
Yeah,
So we're
but
talking
that's
about this
not why I'm saying.
inconsistency. We can put it on these players as well.
But that's not why I'm saying he's not world class though. Like he's allowed to have a dip in form. Like the form the rate he was going at the last 18 months. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's low key mad. Like he is gonna dip. He's young. Like he's still
There you
like
go.
a quality player. But I'm saying like I don't know. Maybe it's just me. We had this conversation last time around. Like, I feel like world class, that status, you got to do a lot more, man. Sorry, you have to do
Okay,
more.
so what do you need to do to become a world-class
No,
player?
we're not gonna.
Nah, we're not doing this. We're not doing
Nah,
it.
because
tonight, man. We're not doing
I
Yeah,
want
it's
to
a
understand where
world-class
you're
man.
coming
These
from.
two
I want
here.
to understand.
I asked the same
I
question.
want to understand
It's
it.
long. It's long. I can't lie.
It's
It's
late.
long.
It's late.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
It's
carry
already
on.
midnight. It's already midnight.
yeah,
I'll
We'll
brush
allow
it.
this thing. We'll
That's
back.
I'll brush
Yeah,
it. I'll brush it. I'll brush it.
Yeah.
But Chelsea, Leicester, I expect Chelsea to go in. I expect them to win. I expect Cole Palmer to come back on form. He didn't against Southampton, but that was a little bit of a shock. I was actually quite disappointed that he didn't get on the score sheet. But you can tell he really wants to get back in form, and I do expect him to do that against Leicester. So we can stop talking about my boy. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah.
this is his last chance on the fantasy team, so he's out of the team. You know what I'm saying? He's not-
I've
he's not
already
over.
taken him out. You should have done that a couple weeks ago. I've already taken him out.
I swear.
You-
That's not
You've
a
already
good
taken out
sign.
your world class.
World class.
not good.
Hey,
Good
listen,
luck,
money
man.
have to make. Money have to make. I'm sorry.
No, hold on a minute. You
There's
you
money
bank
on
on
my
that world
knees.
possibility, right?
Hey, listen, world-class players can dip
listen,
in form,
I don't know.
so you have to get
Okay,
removed
okay.
from my fantasy team.
Fair,
Dip in
fair.
form,
Where are you in
get
the league? Where are you in
removed.
the league?
I had to remove Erling Haaland. Does that mean he's not a world-class player?
Where are you in the league? The table? Where are you? The table?
I've got a couple 3s and 2s.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm actually quite good, you know. I'm good at this
No, sick.
fantasy thing. I'm
Sick.
telling you.
Chris, where
I think
you?
I'm
Where you?
over
Yeah.
like 2,000 points now. Listen,
I
I'm
need to jump in that
telling you.
league next season. Then let's do this.
Hey, come
Yeah,
jump
man.
in.
Yeah, I want
I'm
that.
a whoop
Chris, where are you
you
in the
all.
league? You play that
Yeah,
game a lot,
let's
man.
next season. We'll see.
I'm a
We'll see.
whoop you all. Can we put
How
money
much?
on
How
it
much
as
is
well?
entry fee for you for that league?
50 for you.
Oh
50.
shit! Nah,
Yeah.
but if it's
Ah,
all in,
shit.
though, you know the winnings will be
No,
mad.
for you. I'll do you guys good price. 50.
Good price. Well,
Yeah.
this,
Price,
whatever
you
you
just
charge me, I'm
charge
timing
different
that by
prices
how
for
many
people.
people's in there.
What's
and I'll
this
win.
Van Doody prices? What's going on here, yo?
Hey, listen, there's 12 people in there right now. We add another 6. Listen,
Okay.
prize money is gonna be looking sexy.
Chris is licking his lips there, man. He's like, yo, I'm shouting.
When money is involved, I'm telling you, I don't play. Cole Palmer came out on my team 2 weeks ago, and I'm sure he'll be okay with it.
Nah, I hear it still.
Find out. Prediction: SAEED, Chelsea, Leicester.
Yo, listen, man. I'm gonna go with you know what? Another 4-0. Yeah, why not?
Is that Stamford Bridge?
Yep.
Mm.
4. Oh shit! I put that. 4-0.
Actually, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0.
3-0. All right, cool. 3-0.
Mm.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, 3-0. TOBS.
Yeah, 3-0.
Another 3. Steve.
2-0 Chelsea.
GRIZZ.
3-1 Chelsea.
Matisse has gone 3-0. Anita.
I'm going 4-0. But
4.
again, I'm always wrong with this shit, man.
Who else predicted 4? No. Oh, just you. All right, cool.
Just me.
All right, cool.
So
Let's
good.
move. Tottenham, Bournemouth, TOBS.
You know, I want to talk about RZ, the loss tonight.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
mind.
On goal, man. On goal, that man. That's a freak on goal, man.
I didn't even know you
Yeah,
guys
man,
lost.
it's
Ugh. Sorry.
It's just yeah, exactly because
Ugh.
for whatever reason there are certain people in the Tottenham community that like are trying to normalize these defeats because they believe something big is coming, something better is coming. It's not, man. Not with this guy. He's.
Yeah.
I just can't for the life of me understand how he's still in a job. Honestly, he's just bad, man. Like I've had it. It's just bad. It's bad management. It really, really is. It's bad management. He's a nice guy. He speaks well. I'm sure he'll do a better job in a league where he has more of the players he wants, less injuries. But I just the culmination of dross that this guy just emits, like on the pitch with the tactics, the team selection, the injuries we get. Like there's just so much wrong with the club when he's at the helm. And it's not all down to him. It's not all down to him. We know that. But I just can't. I want him gone, bro. I really, really want him gone. And this club are gonna listen. This Daniel Levy guy, if he keeps this guy beyond the summer, you're basically just chaining yourself to dross. You're chaining yourself to dross. And bye-bye Champions League money, bye-bye Europa League money. We're not making Europe next season. No chance. We're not winning the Europa League. We'll beat RZ next week. I think we'll go through personally, but the guy's not good enough for Tottenham. He just isn't. Bournemouth this weekend. Who knows? I can't tell you what's going to happen in that game. Solanke hobbled off injured today. His first game back in like 2 months. Listen, man, I don't know, man. Very, very poor performances. Very, very inconsistent performances. Very, very stinky players. Very, very stinky manager. Very, very stinky owner. I just end the season. I literally just want the season done. Like I just end it. End it now, man. Rubbish. Honestly, rubbish. RZ, bro. Deep that. RZ. They haven't beaten an English side in I think in God knows how long until tonight. Bro.
AZ.
No, it's pronounced RZ.
I know, but why you? But that's for Dutch people. It's pronounced RZ, isn't it?
That's just
AZ.
the proper pronunciation. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's how they pronounce it, isn't it?
That's how they pronounce it. RZ.
AZ.
I go with my fucking eyes and it's an A and a Z.
RZ. But yeah, man, that's what I have to say on Tottenham, man. They're so many shit performances.
Yeah, I want to shout one of them. Your boy Tellman. You know, you told me on.
He was terrible, but SAEED.
No, hold on, mate. You said to me on February the 3rd, you said we're going to talk soon.
Oh, dates. Okay. February the 3rd.
He told me. He told me we're going to talk soon. And it's
February the 3rd.
And I'm seeing tweets like, yo, get him out of my club and he's dead. And had enough. I just want to ask you, like, are you going to talk soon or are you going to...
No, I speak about the Tell performance all the time. I think he's been terrible. I think he's been absolutely shocking. Honestly, there's not even been even in the game he scored. I thought he was terrible. There's not been one good performance from Tell. Not even one average performance. He has been straight arse in every single performance. Wow. However, I am going to say we going to talk soon because whilst there's not much time left for him to impress. Yeah. I still think he's a baller, and I still think there's more to offer there.
What's his best position? Is it left or striker?
In this team, I think he has to play on the wing. We can't play him through the middle. You literally can't play through him. Sorry, you can't. He can't play well with his back to goal, and I just don't think he links the game well enough for me in that position. You have to let him get the ball and run at people's, and that means he has to play on the wing. So it is what it is. It is what it is. There were so many bad. It wasn't just him. Son was shit tonight. Odebear came on, was crap. Madison was crap. Benton Cole, crap.
Free kick. I see that clip of that free kick routine going around.
Nonsense.
Oh, yo, what on earth is that, man?
I should see that as well,
bro.
Bro,
it's nonsense.
I think you turn that around though. Second leg, you'll
turn they will. Yeah,
I mean, it would be a downright disgrace. I mean, tonight's result was a disgrace, but it would I might because I'm meant to be at that game next week. If we go out, I might run on the pitch and give him the P45 myself. I might print a P45 in my back pocket. If we lose to RZ next week, I'm going to run on the pitch and I'm going to hand him the P45. It's
Nah.
P45 because that is crazy, bro. That
To be
is
fair,
crazy.
you'll get banned for 3 years. You have to watch that shit, so I'd do it.
Oh
Fam.
my god.
Oh my days, man. But yeah,
That'd be hilarious. I'm gonna watch that
Bournemouth.
match
I don't
now.
know, man. I don't know. Genuinely, I don't know. I can see us losing. I really can see us losing that game for sure.
Well, Bournemouth weekend then. Saeed, the Tottenham Bournemouth.
Boy, Bournemouth at home, right?
Nah.
Yeah.
Tottenham.
It's at home. It's at home.
I'm gonna go with 2-2. Yeah.
2-1 Bournemouth. It's TOBS.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for 2-2 as well. In fact, yeah, I'm gonna go 2-2 because Van de Ven and Romero probably will start. One of them will start, so I'll go 2-2.
Steve? What? Don't ask. I know what you're saying, Grizz, but don't start. I know exactly what you're saying, man.
He's like, as if that makes a difference.
No, it does make a difference, bro. That's a jump in quality, isn't it?
It is. So I'm gonna go 2-2.
Steve.
It's late, man.
2-1 Bournemouth.
Grizz?
1-1.
1-1. Matisse has gone 2-1 Bournemouth. Anita?
I'm going 2-1 Bournemouth as well.
2-1 as well. All right, cool. Mixed bag. One draw, wins either way. We move. Cherry's in the chat as well. 5 super chats to get through. Ice Cold says the gap from 3rd to 10th is 6 points. Could be an all-timer top 4 battle.
Wild, wild west.
Season needs something. Relegation and title done. Actually, relegation still to be confirmed, but it's pretty much done. Asif says, as a United fan, Szoboszlai looks like he's growing into that number 10 role expertly for Liverpool. Credit where it's due. Yusuf, will you do a double watch along for Arsenal, Chelsea, and the Carabao Cup final next Sunday? I don't think we are.
Nah,
I don't think we are.
Let's do Chelsea, Arsenal, and let the man go off and have their Sunday roast, man. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. At this point, I don't think we are people. At this point, but yeah, Arsenal, Chelsea, we will be. James says Spurs are the only English club that could get beat by the beginning and end of the alphabet.
I like that super chat. I like that super chat a lot.
Oh, that's a brilliant super chat.
Oh, big up James and critical theories of Roy. Spelled right, I don't know. My little one and I get to watch our first Big Six live together. She's fighting off the flu, parenthood, and a Liverpool smash and grab. Life's good. Big up, critical.
Get what? Hope your daughter gets well soon.
Yeah. She should be. Well, that one came in like 2 hours ago, so hopefully she's resting up now. Big up. Community. Love for the love as always. Anita, thank you for filling in once again. I'm sure it won't be the last time this season. Matisse goes on one of his Conference League trips and you'll be back in. But yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk soon. People, go show Gold Digger some love. It's in the description below. Go subscribe, obviously, Anita. And the rest of her friends, girls, and all of that. So show them some love. Tobes, Grizz, Saeed, Steve, Matisse, channel links always in the description. Show them individual channels some love as well. And yeah, to be honest with you, earlier I didn't see the link come in for the the super chat, Steve, that came in about the for his sister. So can you send that link so we can help push it out there?
I'll send it. Yeah, it's on my story on the Instagram. So
I can get it off there. All right, cool. All right, people. Love for the love. We'll see you on Sunday. The mob. Arsenal United.
Lucho.
Love for the love. We're at peace.